my name is Mykaela and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you a 10-minute makeup routine, really quick and simple everyday makeup routine that you can do if you do not have the luxury of time on your side in the mornings. So if you guys are interested, then please keep watching. So I am going to set a timer on my phone. I'm going to set a 15-minute timer only because I'm obviously going to be explaining to you guys what I'm using, which is going to take a little bit of extra time. But this makeup routine is relatively quick anyway, so you could probably even do it a lot quicker than me if you have other products that you maybe prefer to use over what I'm using that are quicker, or if you maybe don't use as many products as I'm using. So enough of me rambling, let's get into this makeup look. Alright, I'm going to set my timer on my phone. So I'm going to set it for 15 minutes and we're basically going to click start. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is use my softening lotion and just strip anything from my skin. Just make sure I'm starting with a clean base. And then I'm using a little bit of MAC Moisture Infusion Serum. This is sort of like my moisturizer. Works really well under makeup. Alright, and then for primer, I'm using the Jouer Primer. This one is more of a hydrating primer because my skin's been feeling a little bit dry at the moment. And then moving on to foundation, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation, which is a little bit more of a full coverage foundation. So obviously if you prefer to use more of like a tinted moisturizer, then you can definitely do that. So I pretty much just pop this like everywhere over my brows, my eyes, everything like that, just to even out my skin tone. I am somebody that does prefer to wear more of a fuller coverage foundation. So if you don't like a full coverage foundation, by all means, you can wear something, a little bit lighter. Next, I'm going to use the Revolution Supersize Conceal and Define Concealer. This is in the shade C6, and my Huda Beauty foundation that I used is Toasted Coconut. So I find that a beauty blender really helps with applying your makeup very quickly because you really don't have to be you don't really have to use much technique when you pretty much are just dabbing and pressing the product and blending it into your skin. And I find a beauty blender just really helps to melt everything together a lot quicker than what a brush does. Alright, before I set my skin, I'm going to do my brows. So I'm going to do my brows using the Makeup Revolution Brow Pencil. This is the duo-ended brow pencil. I'm just going to start filling in my brows. Okay, and once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to set it using the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in Espresso. I'm going to set my skin using the Huda Beauty Translucent Powder in the shade Pound Cake. I'm just going to grab my beauty blender and just set underneath my eyes. And then a little bit on my chin and in my middle of my brows. And then to set my skin, I'm using the MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC35. Alright, and then for bronzer, I'm using the bronzing powder from MAC. This is the Gold Deposit. And then to contour, I'm using the MAC Matte Bronze Bronzing Powder. I'm also going to contour my nose a tiny bit as well. And then for highlighter, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Killawatt Highlighter in Hustler Baby. Alright, and I'm just going to pop a tiny bit into the inner corners as well. And then I'm going to curl my lashes using my MAC Lash Curler. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit of color into my crease. I'm going to use the California Love palette by Colourpop, and I'm going to use the shade The Bay, and just pop a tiny bit just into the crease. Now, I probably wouldn't really do this every day, to be honest, but like I said, once I do start applying a little bit of makeup, I really just don't know where to stop. So if I was, you know, wanting to have more of a neutral tone makeup, a little bit more natural, then I probably would actually apply something like this. But in terms of like for everyday work or something like that, maybe I wouldn't. And then for mascara, I'm using my MAC mascara. This is called the Up For Everything Lash. Alright, and then liquid lipstick, I'm using the color Chauffeur, and this is the matte liquid lipstick from Revolution. And then to set my skin, I'm using the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Spray. Alright, and I just stopped the timer at 3 minutes and 2 seconds. So it essentially took me 12 minutes to do this makeup look, and that included explaining every product that I was using as well. So guys, it really doesn't take you long to create an everyday makeup look. And to be honest, this is my version of everyday, but it's probably a lot more than what other people would wear. So it really doesn't take you long. A few tips that I have. Number one would be to wear a colored lipstick, something that has a little bit more pigment to it. Is really going to make your makeup look stand out more, make it look like you've put in a lot more time than you really have. Number two would be curling your lashes before applying mascara. Honestly, it makes all the difference, just opens your eyes up so much more and makes you look so much more awake. And number three would be add color back into your skin after using your like tinted moisturizer or foundation. Such an important step. It always makes you look so much more fresh and awake when you do have a little bit of color in your cheeks. So whether you are somebody who likes to wear blush or you prefer bronzer, either of those two work, just as long as you have some color in your cheeks. So anyways guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't already. And until the next one, I will see you guys later. Bye!